What's up, Squids? Welcome back to another Why Wednesday. And today I'm asking a question: why? Why, God? Why? At least that's that's how Shade Tree Surgeon puts it. Why, God? Why? I love that dude. Anyway. Today I'm asking the question, why? Why does Indian give you more features than Harley Davidson does? And for less money? Why? Like, take for instance, when I was looking at getting this bike, I was looking at the Indian Chief Dark Horse, and I was looking at this bike. So I couldn't make up my mind which one to get. Ultimately, I ended up getting this one because I couldn't get the Indian because it wasn't available, it wasn't in stock, and I would have to wait. I was in a hurry, I didn't want to wait. I had to go take my test, and I needed a bike to go do it. So I ultimately ended up getting this bike. Alright, give me a second, guys. Just gotta turn around real quick. I honestly believe if Indian had the same budget Harley had, or as much dealerships as Harley had, Indian would give Harley a run for their money. But anyway. So comparing the two bikes came in around the same price after taxes, title, prep fees, freight fees. The Chief came in $1,500 less than this bike.
Now this was the Indian Chief Dark Horse I was looking at, and the bike was coming to $19,864. And this bike, the Indian Chief Dark Horse, had more features than the Lowrider S, but the Lowrider S was a whole $1,000 difference. Well, more than that, almost $1,500 difference. Same here, 20 grand, 700, 20 grand, 900.
And that bike was offering way more features than this bike. Some of the features that bike was offering were LEDs all around, which this bike does not give you. This bike gives you LEDs in the front only, and that is the headlight. The turning signals are not LED. The back light, the brake light is LED, but the turning signals aren't LED. The Chief Indian Dark Horse gave you LEDs all around. All the lights on that bike were LED. And that bike is competing with this bike. The only reason I didn't stick out longer for that bike is because it had a smaller tank. That bike had a 4.5 gallon tank, while this had a 5 gallon tank. And I opted not to wait for that bike because of that. Now, providing that bike had a bigger tank, I probably might have waited to get it. Maybe, I don't know. Looking back, I really don't know. That bike offered cruise control. This bike ain't got no cruise control. And to add cruise control to this bike is another $500 on top of the $21,000 you already paid for the bike with all the fees and everything associated. Add another $500 to that price. It's $250 to order the part, and there's another $250 to have the part installed. That bike comes with traction control. This bike does not have traction control, and neither can you install it after the fact. It has to come from the dealership with cruise control already installed. Now, both of the bikes, granted, do come with ABS. But the point I'm trying to make here is, I think I would have bought the Indian if the stars were aligned. Now, here's what I mean by the stars aligning. There are, within a 100-mile radius of me, 3 to 4 Harley dealerships. In the same radius, there's only one Indian dealership from me. So if anything goes wrong with my bike, I'll be hard pressed to get to a dealership. At least to get it fixed really fast, right away. The closest dealership to me is like 44 miles. And in that 44 miles is another 2 Harley dealership close to me. What Harley has going for it and what made me buy this Harley was the fact that the dealerships were so close, and if anything went wrong, I know I could just run to a dealership within the area to get it fixed. And they also had a ton of these Lowrider S's in stock at each dealership. One dealership had 2 Lowrider S in black. One dealership had 2 Lowrider S and 1 blood red in stock. And the other dealership had 1 black one in stock. So 3 dealerships all had the Harley Davidson in stock, but the Indian, I couldn't find one in stock at any dealership within the area, within 100 miles of me. That is what Harley has going for it. The fact that they have so many dealerships around the area, you can always run to a dealership if you get into problems, or if you want a bike, you can always run to a dealership close by. Indian does not offer that, and their shipping times on parts is a little long. I mean, I know you may say the same thing where it comes to Harley because of the pandemic and the aftermath, but when it comes to Indian, my friend owns an Indian, or had owned an Indian, and when he was waiting on parts for his bike, it took months for him to even get the parts. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut it here. That was another Why Wednesday. Why I kind of prefer Indian over Harley, but Harley has the upper hand over Indian. But I would have gone with an Indian over the Harley. And that is my Why Wednesday for today. Alright guys, I want to thank you guys for sticking around as long as you have. If you made it this far into the video, it is a short video. I want to thank you guys for sticking around. I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. I want to thank you guys for hitting that like button, that subscribe button, the bell, all that good stuff you guys do. I want to thank you all, and I want you to keep your eyes on a swivel, man. Be safe out here. Keep your eyes on a swivel. Keep the sticky side down, the shiny side up. And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.